6:39. Good afternoon once again. In case you're just tuning in, particularly for the very special Hot Topic segment, we can't fault you for that, to be honest. But next time starts by 1 p.m. Anyways, it's a beautiful Wednesday, and of course, you know it's time for your special segment on your favorite talk show with your favorite ladies, Call the Dish. So we have our special Hot Topic segment Wednesdays from 2:30, where we get to talk about everything and anything.
Yeah.
And since it's the Wednesday after Valentine's Day, this is our second Valentine's Day special. So we had the Valentine's Day special last Wednesday. And so this is the second Valentine's Day special. And our question today is, can a person love multiple people at the same time? This thing called love. Can you share it to different people at the same time? So let's get into this conversation, ladies. We've heard so many stories. We've seen so many instances where a guy, or sometimes even a female as well, decides that they want to be in one relationship and probably keep a few others. Some people say, oh, well, that's cheating. Some say, well, it could just be that she or he truly loves that other person and they just could not be together. So is there a possibility that someone can love multiple people at the same time? So first, let's start with this thing called love, ladies.
What is love?
What is love?
Baby,
to
don't
you?
hurt me.
Hey.
Don't hurt me.
Hey.
No more.
I love it. So what is this thing called love? Ladies, Goma, do you want to tell us what love is to you, baby?
What is love? I think for me, love is more of an action than words. And if I were to date someone, I think one thing that I look for is someone who is selfless and someone who respects as well. So I think love for me is action as opposed to words. Yeah.
I like that.
I think that's what I would say.
Kellyanne.
In the words of 1 Corinthians,
Baby, don't hurt me.
13, love is good, Abby. Love is
Patience.
Love is kind, patient.
Love is
Understanding, not jealous.
understanding, exactly. Love is long suffering. It's
Long
not
suffering.
too. Okay, well, let me be serious now. To me,
Tolerance.
love is powerful. Love is that certainty and that surety that this person, you will be there for them no matter what. Factors do not decide or determine how you would feel about this person today or tomorrow. It's a decision, a conscious decision to be there for this person in every way possible and to accept them for who they are. And if you're trying to even effect some sort of change in their lives, it's to the betterment of their future.
I like that.
So to me, love is about giving yourself wholly to someone else.
Yeah.
Sure and certain that this is what you want to do.
I like that. That's really profound.
I know.
Well, whatever, girl.
Let an Igbo woman love you today.
Get an evil woman today. Don't kill me. For me, love, and I would just write off of what both of you have said. Love indeed is an action. It's an action that stems from the aggregate of the different building blocks of a relationship. Because I feel like love is an aggregate and a coalition of several elements that make your relationship work or your marriage work, which these different elements and facets are actionable elements and facets. Being patient, being kind, being respectful, being committed to the partner that you have. I feel like it is it's an aggregate, or it is a particular word that I'm looking for. When you bring things,
Coalition.
It's a cumulation. That's what it is, exactly, of these different facets or building blocks of a relationship. That is what it is for me, because love is so profound. We cannot in one breath or in one sentence describe or elucidate really what love is.
Yeah.
Because love has different faces as well. in different given situations as well. Love in a relationship goes beyond the butterflies in your stomach.
Oh, yeah.
But I believe that the butterflies in your stomach are very important. We're probably going to get to that shortly, because I'm always one to say, listen, I know that love is an actionable word. I know that it's a choice that you make each day in a relationship or in a marriage. But
It's also a feeling.
it's also a feeling as well. Now, this feeling may not be there all the matter of fact, may not be there. It will not be there
all the time.
all the time. It wouldn't be there all the time. Matter of fact, it might be even more exciting at the beginning of your relationship or of your marriage. But if you have the chance to feel that feeling, that excitement, that chemistry, why not? So I believe that love is a summation of, these different things.
Yeah,
If you're
definitely.
listening right now, would love to know what love means to you. What is love to you? Let's have that conversation. You can get on Twitter at Lagos Talks 913 using the hashtag #TheDishLagos, or you could call us up on 0809 234 5913, 0809 222 0913, 0809 191 3913, 01515 0913, 01515 1913. Lagos Talks. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Who's speaking, please? Please turn off your
Hello, good
radio.
afternoon.
Good afternoon. Who's
Hello.
speaking?
Yeah, good afternoon. My name is Franklin.
Franklin, welcome. Join the conversation. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. First and foremost, love is a state of being, instead of wanting to make full of you, someone else. And love, there are things agape, mercy. So I just want you guys to the erotic part of love. That agape, which is Christian love, multiple, you can love. Especially with filial love, which is brotherly love, which you can share also with a lot of people. Even erotic love, you can share with a lot of people, but there's a difference between being faithful to one person and love multiple people. Our grandfathers, 5 wives, and love all of them equally but differently. Muslims have 2, 3 wives and love them up equally but differently. In Christianity, it says we should be faithful to only one person. So we should know what we define as love. Love is sharing. So you don't share with just one person. But to be
I
faithful
like
is a
that.
different.
Are you sharing your love with different people? Are you sharing your love with different people?
You can share love with more than one person.
Okay.
Being in a Christian marriage, it's like,
Okay.
you're on a diet, okay, let's say you have diabetes. You like sweet things, but you cannot eat it because you're on a diet.
I
That
like
is
that.
strictly Christian love.
Wow.
So are you currently sharing your love with other people? Is what I want to know.
I love other people, but I'm not.
And the people you love, are they sharing the love also with other people? And are you accepting of that?
I love only my wife.
Oh ho. Oh ho.
This is cool.
But then you just told people that they should share the love.
Thank you very much for your take. All right. This is coming from Jaja saying, love is tons of respect. Love is endless respect. It is a fallacy if someone says it's normal to love different people at the same time. It's normal to have sexual urges for different people because no one man or woman is the most beautiful or most handsome. But when
beg
you're
to
in a
differ.
relationship, you hold those sexual urges because you love one person and you have consciously decided to respect your other half. Respect is greater than love. There's no love if there's no respect. A guy or lady who cheats simply has no respect for their other half and definitely doesn't love their other half. Forgiving the other half after they cheat is the greatest mistake ever. If I
Wow.
cheat on my girlfriend or my wife, I will, he said, if I cheat on my girlfriend or my wife, I will walk away because I don't expect forgiveness. And if she's willing to forgive me, I will avoid her forever because she's dangerous. He said, how will she condone my cheating if she's not okay with cheating? That means she's either cheating on me already or will be willing to cheat on me.
Wow.
Jaja, I think I need to.
You have like really strong principles.
I think this is coming from a listener saying, good day, ladies. Love is a deep feeling one has for another. A man can love more than one woman, but the degree of that love would vary. It can never be equal. Same goes for women. This is coming from Island saying, good afternoon, ladies. On Churchill and Tonto, people always say no woman wants to lose a man that another woman wants. Even after wedding, some people don't care of pursuing a married man and woman. That is why we all need God in this marital journey. Lagos Talks. Lagos Talks, good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
This is Ifunaya.
Yeah, this is Chinedu on the line.
All right, Chinedu, welcome. Join the conversation.
Yeah, this issue of love thing, there is no single definition of love. There is no one single definition of love because it's subjective. Your perception of love from Mr. B or Mrs. B or Miss B's perception of love. So that's just it. I've been with people that have different views of love. I had a friend of mine that is and he loves them equally. That's by the side.
He loves them equally. How do you know he loves them equally?
Well, it's obvious. He brags about it. In fact, he has 6 houses for them. 6 apartments for them separately. But that's the side. Then secondly, this issue of Churchill and Tonto Dika and whatever. Have you heard of that story whereby a best friend doesn't value what she has until when she sees her best friend or his best friend moving further away from her? She then realizes that this her best friend or his best friend is someone he wants to spend time with, rather than being a best friend.
People liking things that other people have.
No, it's not about people liking things about what others have. It's about people not knowing what they want until it's actually late.
Okay.
For example, you have a best friend. 2 of you are very close. You do everything together. But in your eyes, you are just best friend, nothing more.
Yes.
Then suddenly, you are moving ahead with a relationship. And your best friend actually, you are what he or she really needs. And believes that who you are isn't good enough for you. Based on the fact that you have been best friends for years and he or she knows everything about you. And he now sees you in a relationship with someone and is of the belief that realizes suddenly that you are actually the person he or she wants. And decides to actually systematically go ahead to destroy your relationship.
Mm-hmm. All right, thank you very much for your take. We'd have to take more calls.
I want to respond to what he said about how his friend loves different women, equally because he buys them the same houses. So are we equating gifts to love?
Is a good question. And also, I think what he was trying to say
love language
was talking about there's this very popular saying that you don't know what you have until you lose it.
Yes.
So it's like when you lose it, then you'd realize that, oh my gosh,
that you had something
this
good.
was something.
I mean, we've seen so many movies centered around that. So yes, it's very possible.
So I understand what you're saying. All right, let's get on WhatsApp for a second. But before we do that, let's take this call. Lagos Talks. Good afternoon. Who's speaking, please?
Good afternoon. This is Ola.
Ola, welcome. All right, join the conversation.
Please, which type of love are you talking about? Is it agape love or carnal love?
The love that you have for your wife and a wife has for her husband. I beg your pardon.
Thank you.
Yes. Well, that's a very good question. This is coming from
But obviously, we're talking about.
He's saying, good afternoon, ladies. I just want to say hello and appreciate you guys for what you do every day. You're very, very, very intelligent, sound, and articulate. You all impact our lives, and may God continue to enrich you guys. Love you all. Thank you very much, MX.
Thank you.
This is coming from Chifudo saying, good afternoon, ladies, once again. Sometimes I wonder this clearly is not for us. But he also did say, to me, love is don't do to others what you don't want them to do to you. And treat them the way you expect to be treated.
Is that really
that's
love,
that's a way to put it.
Is that love or just a form of self-preservation or self-care or something?
It could be love.
I don't know. To me, that doesn't.
Like to other people, that's the reason why. Like I said to you,
it
love
wears
many faces. Yeah. Exactly. This is coming from a listener saying, "Good afternoon, ladies. Ify, you too like love. Anyways, love to me is feeling equated with love, full action. This is coming from Ewatomi saying, when we are talking about love between a man and a woman, it's not possible to love more than one person. The love for one of them will be genuine, while the other love will be for certain reasons like for sex, money, beauty, child, inheritance, influence, connection, and so on. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Who's speaking?
Hello, good afternoon, ladies.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Yeah, my name is Val.
Val. All right, let's hear
Yeah.
you.
Okay, for me, first of all, love as an unconditional feel.
Ooh, we can barely hear you. Please give us a call back. On Twitter, remember, if you want to send us a tweet, it's at Lagos Talks 913. Please use the hashtag #TheDishLagos. So Zook Radio is saying, yes, it is possible to be in love with multiple people. But what keeps you committed to the person that you're with is the promise and commitment that you made to be with them, regardless of their perfections and imperfections. Love sometimes is satisfaction. Wale is saying, love is a sweet and bitter journey. Kolakbo is saying, good afternoon, ladies. Nice program so far. I agree with Ugoma. Many people bring God into their mess saying it's God's will. Well, we're done with that particular conversation. But thank Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Who's speaking?
Hello.
Hi.
Good afternoon. My name is Sammy from Maryland.
All right, let's hear you very quickly.
Okay, this is a very interesting topic. Love. I'm married, and honestly speaking, I've never been able to figure it out myself. There are days that the love is there, and there are days that you like, really, how can you do this, really? So it's I guess everybody has their own way of expressing themselves or expressing their love for each other. But sometimes it's just something you can't put into words. But one just have to move on with life. That's it. I would have loved to say one or two things about Tonto too, but
No.
I'm just
We're past that story.
Look at me.
Yes, I said we're past that story. We have to focus on this particular topic.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much. Ladies, back to the studio. Now, talking about the actual question, can someone love multiple people at the same time? So I'd love to get your perspectives on this particular question. Must I call your name? Can't you just talk?
I was just about to talk, but I'm not talking no more because it's like, you're not even trying to pay attention to me. So no.
All right,
We're
guys.
listening. I'm listening, Kel.
If you want to join the conversation, please do. Kelechi, do you want to talk?
Do you want to talk?
I'm sorry, I said something. Anyways, so I'll show you later.
Oh my God.
I think it's possible to love more than one person at a time, but the thing is you can't love them equally. One person will definitely, if you're in love like two people or some, thing like that, it'll feel less to one person, or you won't be giving as much as yourself to one person than the other. If exactly what you feel is like really, really love. In some cases, it's just really intense fondness that you feel for somebody. But sometimes it kind of feels like love, but I don't think it's going to be equal. One person will definitely be getting less than the other. Or if you happen to maybe be in a relationship with somebody, if you start, diverting attention to someone else, no matter how much you try to maintain it, that person who you're in a relationship with, who knows you, will feel that something is different and something is up, and they'll be like, what's going on? And it's like, it's not like you've ever given them a reason to doubt you, but they will start to just feel that you're not putting as much as you should into them. Because it's very hard to equally pay people the same amount of attention.
Course.
So one person will definitely feel it less.
Speaking about feeling it less, Sukuma, what are your thoughts about this? Do you think it's possible? And even if it is, would one person feel it less, or will it be equal? What are your thoughts?
So I don't know. I don't have an answer.
Yeah.
And I think the reason for that is because we, as humans, we are complex beings. Because I believe that both genders actually have the tendency to be promiscuous, monogamous, or polyamorous, so to speak. And because of that, I feel like it just falls in any kind of category. I think it's based on your principles, your value, your Christianity, that could sort of like constrain you to whether or not to be polyamorous in a relationship, to be monogamous in a relationship, or to be, promiscuous in a relationship. But I think that in terms of dating more than one person at the same time. I think it's possible because when you look at certain characteristics that you admire from a person, that could sort of like lure you into liking the person. But I don't know about love. Now, when we talk about love, we know that love has two stages. I mean, some people would say two or more, but for me, I would say two. The first is the euphoric feeling, while the second is the intentionality of love. Now, when we talk about loving two people at the same time, when you cross over to the intentionality of love, is it possible for you to love two people at the same time when it requires you being intentional with that love in of itself? And the answer could be yes or no. Why? Because the characteristics of the person may make you constrain in that relationship. But I think it then goes back to asking, what are your expectations, your short term and your long term in that relationship? So as a woman, it could be that you just want to have fun. Therefore, it's okay for you to date two men at the same time. While maybe your long term would be, I want to get married and I want to have a family because it's part of the things that I really admire. And it then could now maybe sort of like influence your decision to get out of that, you know, dating two men or dating two women at the same time, because now you know what your long-term relationship is. So I think it's very complex. But when it comes to humans, we have the tendency to be promiscuous, monogamous, and polyamorous in nature.
All right, thank you very much. It's very profound. And you know what? This got me thinking about the perfect song that I'm going to be signing out with. I can't wait for you guys to
wanna have fun.
No, sweetie. You'll be very shocked. Pleasantly shocked. All right, guys, join the conversation. What are your thoughts? Can a person love multiple people at the same time? Is it actually possible? Let us know. Join the conversation. Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Lagos Talks. Hello, good afternoon.
Hello, ladies.
Hello, gentlemen.
Beautiful ladies, not just beautiful, awesome brain type.
Thank you.
My name is Brian.
Hi, Brian. How's it going?
It's in my dreams only.
Sorry?
I said I want to contribute to the issue on ground.
All right, let's hear you.
I think what is love? Take away the education, take away everything, religion, just leave human with the natural state. What is love? You know, it's to care for whether or not they appear like that, whether or not they please you, whether or not they are pleasing to you, or whether or not they make sense to you. Just love. If you come in contact with anybody, just love. So for the man and woman kind of love, I don't think we want to talk about that in Africa, because even outside Africa, a whole lot of people are so not, as they don't understand what they're doing right now. So many people are just saying love, love, love. Nobody really knows what it feels like to love. You know, if I don't have something to offer you in Africa, nobody's going to love you. You know, if you don't have anything to offer, everybody is
So the dynamics of love is different in Nigeria, is what you're saying.
Yes.
I strongly disagree.
Yes.
That's
because
his opinion.
It has to do with the exposure, the education. I'm not talking about school, but everything naturally. Imagine the way the white people love animals, save animals, they protect animals, they create technology to go ahead into the sea and do so much. That's love. We don't even have a little. If you see a bat fly around your distance, you kill the bat. Talk less of man to man, woman to woman. You know, so I mean,
you're comparing bats to human beings.
Thank you.
What is going
you,
on, Brian? I would say though that if you're the person who thinks like that there's nothing like love in Africa, or if you don't have something, nobody can't love you. I think that's on you. And I'm sorry, but why do you have that mindset? And why is it that, you know, if you have that experience, why is that all the people you're meeting are treating you that way?
In that manner.
That's not normal. And why are we comparing
this is
bats
coming
to
from
humans?
Kame, because you know what? In as much as that you may not agree with that could to an extent be a general consensus. Because if you have conversation on a more, I don't want to say global platform, but on a more
Clubhouse platform.
That is it. On a more Clubhouse platform, you would realize that a lot of people think that way. Like, speaking about a lot of people, Kami is saying Nigerian love is different from Weibo love. African men are allowed to be cheerful givers of love, whilst women are expected to love just one man. Hypocrites, is what he said.
Oh,
This is coming from Innocent saying, hi ladies, for me, love is a purposeful desire turned from the mind to accommodate the feelings and emotions of the other person. Love is more than a word, it's care. This is coming from Olushe saying, good afternoon ladies. On love, it's possible to love many people but differently. Love was just complicated by the English word. Both Latin and Greek language categorize love in different forms, but that's not the topic for now. You can love many people, but commitment is what will make you stick your love to one partner. That last part sounds weird. This is coming from a listener saying, love goes beyond emotional feelings. It's all about giving example, time, money, care for the one that you love. Love never waits to receive, but to encourage love in a relationship. Love must come from both partners. Remember, you can send a tweet. It's at Lagos Talks 913. Check out our pinned tweet on our page on Twitter at Lagos Talks 913 and respond to that using the hashtag #TheDishLagos. This one is from Catherine saying, love, good afternoon ladies, love to me is living in the acceptance of my ability daily. I'd like for you to buttress that for us, Catherine, if you can.
I don't really understand it.
This is coming from a listener saying, good afternoon, ladies. Your voices are just so breathtaking, and it melts me whenever I hear y'all on radio.
Oh
well
my
done.
gosh.
This is what we love to hear.
Thank you.
Tell us this every day.
Thank you.
Lagos Talks, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Lagos Talks. What's your name?
Good afternoon.
Hi,
Ebuka,
Ebuka.
welcome.
Good afternoon, Kelly, and good afternoon, Goma.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I love honor with the love of Christ.
Thank you. We love you too.
Okay, see, that's all people have said and everyone have contributed. This love is knowing your boundary, knowing your weakness, knowing your strength. Also the practicality. Kelly pointed out something, the conscious decisions we make every day. You know, that was it on Sunday, we were talking about different love, was coming from the angle of logicality. It's not making sense to us that is giving it out. Then people that don't really understand it, it is illogical to them. Then loving too many people at the same time. How many people do want to make commitment because there's limits to so many things we do in life. The love of God is abroad, it's coming from God. Then us human beings, there's limits because you can't see yourself because you want to say love how many people. That's the case of polygamous families. You need to marry too many people because you love them. And at the end of the day, you can't cater for them because of your limited capacity. So, but love in general is showing care, compassion. Yeah, I love all of you. God bless. Thank you.
Ebuka is such a trip.
I'm telling you. Anyways, guys, like Goma, you mentioned something earlier saying that male and female gender, they both have equally pretty much the same tendency to be promiscuous. And that is why I believe that you can be attracted to numerous people at the same time. But this thing called love that I mentioned is an aggregate of several characteristics and several factors. It is impossible. And I would say that loosely because never say never,
Impossible.
It is impossible for one person to be able to love. And if we're talking based on what love truly is, love several people at the same time. Now you could be attracted to someone mentally, attracted to several people sexually, attracted to them emotionally, attracted to their spirit, attracted to just different behaviors and, skills that they might possess. But when we talk about an aggregate of you respecting, of you honoring, of you being faithful, because these are facets of love. The only difference, I believe, between the love of God that He said we should share or have for our brothers and sisters and the love that we have for our spouses is the euphoria or the chemistry or the sexual connection that I might have in my partner. That is the difference, I believe, between the love that God said that we should have for other people and the love that we have for our spouses. That's what makes it different. And so if we are now on the premise or on the basis of what that God's love is selfless. It means that, yes, I feel this type of way, to be sexually attracted to someone, but I choose not to because I love you. And with that love comes respect. It comes devotion. And for one person to be able to express fully, and the expression of these different things might be an expression on different levels. Because to say that you are 100% kind to your partner and you're 100%, faithful, so to speak, to your partner, or 100% devoted to your partner, we're not perfect as human beings. We are flawed. But I believe that for one person to be able to fully encapsulate these different facets of love, to give it to someone, that is you saying you're devoted to that person. It is almost impossible for you to do the same thing for several people at the same time. You could do that for several people at different points and different seasons and different stages. But if you say that you love someone, I believe that you're devoted to that person. It's almost impossible for you to do that for several people at the same time. But can you be
What about
sexually...
2 people?
2, 1.
Because I feel like it's a bit possible for 2 people.
That's why I said I can never say never. But according to what I believe, and this is based on what I see love as, because I feel like the only difference of what love is between me, my father, or me, my mother, or me, my friend, or whatever, and my partner is just that sexual connection that just makes it different. Because aside that, it means that I have to be faithful to you. I have to be respectful to you. I have to honor you. I have to devote myself to you. I'm giving you my all because I have chosen to love you. And if I have chosen to love you and I've made that decision every single day, I believe it's somewhat impossible, so to speak, to be able to fully, devote yourself to several people at the same time. But yes, can you be sexually attracted to people? Yes.
Yeah.
Different people at the same time, that's definitely going to be there. Can you have that mental attraction, that chemistry with someone? Yes, you can. But this thing called love, I don't know that you could do that for, more than one person. But like I mentioned, it's that's my opinion. Carry
so
on.
I do agree, but I think wherein lies the problem though is every individual to an extent have their own definition of what love is. And they can say that the way I treat, for example, let's say this man is dating Ify and Kel, and he believes that he's in love with Ify and Kel based on his definition of what love is.
Yes.
He can then say that I truly love Ify and Kel based on my own definition of what love is. Now, it's a different case when you are coming from the Christian background or you're coming from the Muslim, reference point. You can then put that barrier or constrain yourself to say that this is what love is. Therefore, I cannot love 2 people at the same time. But I think wherein lies the problem, and that's the reason why I said I can't really say yes or no, is because people have a different definition of what love is, and they oftentimes manifest or exhibit their love based on that definition.
That's very true.
So yes, but one thing I do know is humans do have the tendency to swing both ways.
Well, you have to say that very lightly, very loosely.
Wait. When I mean swing both ways, I'm talking
Yeah.
about the tendency to be, monogamous or polygamous.
You have to be very specific.
Yeah, well, okay. So some humans,
Because of the country that we are in.
okay. So some humans, though, and the reason why I say this because. Or the reason why people believe that they cannot is because they have principles that have constrained them not to do those things.
Yes.
If you remove the principles, if you remove Christianity, if you remove all of those and you just want to just exhibit you being as a human, I don't know what else.
Yeah, and
But
that's the reason why, like I mentioned, love is an aggregate of these different things, and it could also include principles as well.
Yeah.
And if we're talking about the general consensus of what love is or what love should be, it comes with faithfulness. It comes with decision making, saying that I choose to love you every single day. And if I choose to love you every single day based on what love really is, how can you, as one human being who is so flawed, who has other things happening in your life, be able to do that for several people at the same time? You can't, because it's almost impossible. Because you would spread yourself. You can't spread yourself that thin.
thin,
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. Though.
Yeah. Let's take this. Lagos Talks. Good afternoon. Who's speaking?
Ify, good afternoon, finally.
Hi, good
afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
And
Who's
good
speaking?
afternoon to Goma and to
Good afternoon.
Kelechi Kel.
Good afternoon,
afternoon.
Adeyemi.
Land me some credit.
Alert.
All right, it's coming on the way soon.
All right, let's
Talking
hear it.
love, basically, I think the discussion so far has been based on man-woman love, except when Ify was doing his wonderful, conclusions there, and she also extended it a little bit. I think my own standard is you cannot be, as the scriptures told us, you are not, a believer unless you do to others what you expect them to do to you. Now, whether they are women or men, if you expect people to do something to you, you must do it to do. But if you do evil, definitely you should not do evil because you don't expect evil to come back to you. But, talking, generally in terms of man-woman love, I find it very, very, exciting. Well, do I say excited or surprised when they said that Nigerians used 570 million rubber protections in a year, which means there have been multiple, I'm using statistics now to be able to interpret that. There has been multiple relationships, and it is dangerous. So we got to be, and that is one thing. We need to be able, we should not be doing to others what we cannot accept.
All right, Ademi, thank you very much.
Pan up to multiple relationships. It just means that the same people are using protection.
And it just means that they're being safe.
Yeah, a lot of protection going on, bro.
That's a good thing. This is from Prince saying you can't even love your kids equally. A lot of people think gifts equal love.
Just equal love.
Gifts equal love. Just because you buy same car or a same car for your wife, the same car for your wives, doesn't mean that you love them equally. The thing is, these people know it. They just choose to believe lies. Innocent is saying, I think one can love more than one person because to someone, love is situational, whereby he or she loves because of what he or she wants from the person involved. Love for sugar mommy is different from love for your young ladies. This is why I term love in Africa situation now. This is from Franklin saying, love isn't emotional, love isn't feeling, though these factors play a role in love. Love is choice. Love means I choose you regardless of your flaws. Love, finally, is sacrifice. If I claim to love someone and I can't sacrifice, it isn't love. Love sacrifices even to the point of death. Talking about some Romeo and Juliet right there. This is coming from a listener saying, love is mysterious, God is love. And Gabriel says, loving multiple people is possible, but that is when you interrogate yourself, to know which love you are talking about. Kaylee is saying, good afternoon, ladies. What's love? Love is blind and crazy blind. Because when you love someone, whatever they do, good or bad, you try to always understand and to forget to judge them wrong. You keep the hope of seeing them do better. Dennis is saying, I expect you and your ladies to answer the question, not to define love in your own way.
Huh?
Sorry?
Answer what question? What are you talking about? Because we defined love and then we answered the question. Plus, there's no straight up definition of love.
And how can you tell us not to define love in our own way? Should we define it in your way? Like, I don't understand.
In which way?
Exactly. That's the way people that define love. So let me educate you, young man.
I don't know.
There's no
this person is a young
textbook
man.
definition.
He's wearing a suit.
Wait, hold on.
Exactly, he's a young man because clearly he does not know what he's talking about. So you don't define. There's no textbook definition of love. People define love in different ways, and that's why we specifically asked, "What does love mean to you?" Now, each of us also answered the question on whether we think people can love other people equally. So clearly, you're not paying attention, young man.
I think it would be more lucid if he tells us what way should we define love. If it's not based on our own standard, but what way do you want us to express?
Exactly. How about you actually contribute to the
Let's
conversation?
talk about what Kalakba said. He said love to me is spiritual and it's encapsulated in understanding. When you love God, you truly understand what love really is. Bahomi is saying, if you are very possible. Kelio, I think I've read this, of course, and Nigerian men don't cheat. That's your name. So in Ken Phillips,
that's his name.
on Twitter said, yes, of course, there are people whose social lives are way more advanced and open to having as many partners as they want. But the problem here is that society has a strong resentment for people with such a lifestyle. It's 19 minutes past 3. We need to wrap this up. So we pretty much will just wrap up on this premise that, like we highlighted in different ways, that love is interpreted differently, from different people, and love wears different faces, like I also did mention. And love to us might not be the same love to other people. And so some actually believe that indeed you can love people at the same time, different people at the same time, but it means that these different people may not experience the same amount of love at the same time. I, on the other hand, believe that if we are writing off of what love truly is, it's almost impossible to say that you love one person and then love other people as well at the same time. But like we mentioned, it differs. At the end of the day, people are different. People are coming from different walks of life, different religions, different cultures. And for them, love and relationships are different. So indeed, you probably can love multiple people at the same time, and maybe not. If you say you love me and you're going to love somebody else, I don't believe you. I just feel like you just have to choose and you have to just be committed, really. It's 20 minutes past 3, guys, and this is where we wrap up the show for today. Thank you so much for being a part of your favorite talk show with your favorite ladies. It's called The Dish, and on Wednesdays, remember, from 2:30, we have our special Hot Topic segment, and this was our second Valentine's Day special, talking about, is it possible for you to love multiple people at the same time? Thank you so much, everyone that was a part of this. Ladies, thank you so much for coming through. Before saying goodbye, any words?
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. @KelOnline is my handle everywhere. And guys, when you're trying to engage us, please do so intelligently. And don't try to come patronize
and respectfully,
us,
please.
or
Add that.
be derogatory. It's totally unnecessary. We're all having a conversation here. It's either you're contributing or you're not.
Indeed. All right,
Period.
Ugoma.
You can follow me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is Ugoma_A. I totally forgot my Twitter handle.
Yeah, because she paused for a second. Says my Twitter. All right, guys. What about your Instagram?
But I think my last word would be, when it comes to love or like or whatever, it's very important that you vocalize or express what you want and what you expect from that situation / relationship.
And vocalize what love means to you, so that you know you're on the
Exactly.
same page as the other person who says they love you,
yes.
but probably don't see it in the same way that you do. Anyways, guys, thank you so very much for being a part of the show. You can reach out to me on Instagram and on Twitter at Ify_I. That's IFY_I. Don't forget to follow Lagos Talks across all social media platforms: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook at Lagos Talks 913. And remember, check out our YouTube channel. Subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff. And this video would be up very soon. I reiterate, this video will be up very soon. To the powers that be, please ensure that this video is up very soon, so that they can be a part of it. And please keep commenting. The conversation continues in the comment section, so just ensure that you send it in, and once in a while we will bring it back right here on air, talk about it a little bit, and mention, of course, what you have commented on our different pages. So thank you very much, guys. I'm going to leave you with this song. This is the perfect song for this topic.
Can I tell them what it is?
Don't tell them what
If it's
it
a
is.
rubbish, I'm going to throw something at you.
Listen,
Tony.
you're going to boogie down, girl.
Tony.
Are you ready? Are you ready? Coming up right next is a very epic, classic, and it's called...
I throw something at you. I'm going to throw something at you.
It's titled Two Women.
Uh-huh.
Tony Tetwila.